So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to another player review. Today we're going to be focusing on Lucas, a player who in previous FIFAs was of course a winger, but this year his base item is a central card. He comes out of packs as a centre forward, but I'm sure most people will be using this card either as a striker or as an attacking midfielder. At the time of recording, this card currently costs around 50k, but obviously it's very early in the game right now, and I'm sure this guy's price will drop over time. Anyway, before we move on and get into the review part of this video, I will just quickly say if you guys could leave a like rating on this video, that would be greatly appreciated. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on this card and also let me know which other players you'd like to see me do a video on. And finally, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for regular FIFA 20 content. Right then, let's get into things. Let's take a closer look at this Lucas Moura item. Here are the in-game stats. So we'll start in that pace section. As you can see, this guy does have 95 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. In-game, this guy's pretty quick, and on the counter-attack, he's going to be pretty lethal. And as we all know, pace is back in FIFA 20, so this guy is great for counter-attacks. In the shooting section, we can see he's got 82 attack positioning and 82 finishing, as well as 79 shot power. Now, I know 82 finishing isn't anything like spectacular, it's nothing amazing, but for this stage of the game, 82 finishing is pretty good. And this guy has an 82 rating for his composure as well, so in front of goal, he should be pretty decent. Passing wise, he's got some alright stats. He's got 75 crossing, which isn't terrible, but it's also not amazing. The same thing can be said for both his short and long passing. If you want to use this guy as a wide man to whip balls into the box, I would probably advise a passing chem style. The dribbling department for this card is absolutely fantastic. He has an elite agility rating of 93, as well as a 92 rating for his balance. He's also got a pretty good in-game dribbling rating of 88 as well, so on the ball you can expect good things from Lucas Moura. Finally, in that physical section on the end of the page, we can see this guy does have a 90 rating for his jumping, which is pretty impressive to be fair, so he is capable of winning aerial battles. But as you can also see, he's got 50 heading accuracy, so his heading isn't going to be too accurate. He's got 76 stamina, which is pretty average, so that's something to bear in mind. And also, he's pretty weak. He's only got 57 strength, so he is going to have to use his pace to beat defenders, because if they get hold of him, they're probably going to push him off the ball. Anyway, guys, that's the in-game stats looked at. Let's now get into some games, and let's see what Lucas Moura is capable of in matches. So this is what we come up against. It's an alright Premier League team for this stage of the game. He does have Mesut Ozil in the cam spot and Theo Walcott on the wing, so we're going to have to watch out for him and his pace. And obviously the notable player in my opponent's squad is that Van Dijk. He does have it on loan, but it's a Van Dijk nonetheless, and in this game he is without doubt the best centre-back in the game at the current time. So yeah, it's going to be tough to get past him, but hopefully Lucas can do a good job in doing so. Here's Doucouré. He's going to find Lucas. Lucas tries to open up some space, and he does so. And he puts the ball in the back of the net as well. And just like that, we've got ourselves a 1-0 lead inside the first 10 minutes, and my opponent has paused already. And he's quit already. Ah, well, I mean, that was a pretty quick game, wasn't it? Yeah, really don't have too much to say about that match. Let's just quickly get into another game, shall we? The next team we face is another Premier League side. It's actually a really good Premier League side for this stage of FIFA. He's got players like Kyle Walker, Lloris, and Player of the Month, Timo Pukki, who I'm seeing in so many squads when playing Ultimate Team right now. Doucouré finds Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum finds Lucas in a bit of space inside the box, gets the shot away, and Lloris pulls off a good save. I didn't time that shot, so that's probably on me. It was just a normal shot. Oh, Lucas has surely been fouled there. How is that not a foul? There's a chance. Delefieu plays the ball through. Here's Lucas, and he puts the ball in the back of net. That is a great finish. No goalkeeper is saving that one. Perfectly weighted, banged in off the post, and we're 1-0 up. Great run as well. Here's Wijnaldum. Puts the ball through, and Lucas could be through here. He's got the pace on David Luiz. How's the shot? It's not bad, but Lloris does well to stop it. Here is Lucas. We're going to try and just beat the man for pace. And we will do so. And Lucas will pull off a shot. And it's another really good cross-goal finish from him. Time shot that time. And once again, the goalkeeper was given no chance. Here goes Lucas again. showing his pace, and he's just gone straight through this guy's defence. We're going to go for the chip. Is it on target? It is. And there is a half-an-hour hat-trick for Lucas. Pace is well and truly back in FIFA 20. There's Delafeu. Finds Lucas, who flicks it up on the volley, but then the left-footed strike goes a bit wayward and doesn't really trouble the keeper. Got a chance now to break, and once again, Lucas Moura is just too quick for this guy's defence. Puts the ball into the box, and we should score here, but Wijnaldum's messed it up. The ball seemed to get stuck under his feet. Uh-oh. Chance now for Lucas. Can he get a fourth? Yes, he can. Nice ball roll around the keeper, and he gets a fourth just before half-time. Nice bit of play from Lucas there, and he's set free. Martial, who may have just taken a bit of a heavy touch, and unfortunately that has stopped us from progressing in that move. Here's Lucas, holds up the ball nicely and then puts through a really nice through ball for Delafeu, but the shot just wasn't a good one. Lucas links up nicely with Decore and then gets absolutely wiped out by David Luiz, who's had enough of Lucas today apparently. And there's the full-time whistle. So we've recorded ourselves a 4-2 victory, and Lucas has picked up the match ball. He's actually picked up more than the match ball because obviously he scored 4 goals. So pretty good performance from him in that game. Let's get into a third and final match for this video. For game 3 of this video, we play up against another Premier League team, and it's another side which features that player of the month, Pukki. Here's Lucas picking up the ball in midfield. We're going to get around Oxlade-Chamberlain. We're going to try and find some space and slide the ball through to Vardy. Can he get on the end of it? He can, but we just couldn't get the shot away quick enough, and Farman collects. Here's Lucas. Gets the ball with Vardy, linking up nicely. We've got a chance now, put the ball inside, but Nathan Ake defends well. Decore! That shot saved once again by Farman. Look how quick Delafeu is down the wing. Get it inside to Vardy. He's going to lay it off to Lucas Moura, who has a chance, but referee's given a penalty. Obviously, we're going to take this penalty with Lucas. I'm not keen on the new penalty system, so we're just going to go to the left a bit, and we will convert. And just like that, we've got ourselves a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Lucas. Here's Wijnaldum. Links up with Lucas. We'll get Lucas on a bit of a run. Decore is going to try and find him with the return, and he does actually really well to hold off Masuaku, but then Lindelof dispossesses him with a bit of ease. Wijnaldum linking up with Lucas. Wijnaldum gives it back, and now we do have a chance to break. We're going to try and get it to that back post. If we can, we do, but Oxlade-Chamberlain, of all people, defends. Lucas and Decore. Lucas and Decore still going, and there is Lucas Moura in space, and there's another goal. And that's 2-0, and that could well be game over. Oh, got a chance now. Lucas in a bit of space. We're going to try and take on Nathan Ake here. We've been knocked off the ball, but look at that balance. He stayed on his feet, and he's got the finish. Well, if it wasn't game over before, it is now. Lucas Moura picks up another hat-trick. And, yeah, nice goal, that one. There's the whistle. That is full time. Lucas, once again, has led us to victory. Let's now get into the video summary. So, after playing with this Lucas Moura card quite a bit, what are my overall thoughts on it? Honestly, really impressed with this card, to be honest. It was much better than I thought it was going to be at first. I was really impressed with the finishing on this card for an 83 overall. I think in front of goal, this card is very freaking good. In game, this card is absolutely rapid, as you saw in the clips. This guy definitely does have good breakaway pace, and his run making is very good as well. This guy is absolutely lethal on counter attacks. His long shots I thought were pretty bang average, so I wouldn't advise shooting from distance too much with this guy, but inside the box, like I've already said, he was pretty freaking impressive, and with him having a 4-star weak foot, he can actually finish quite well with his left and his right foot, which is great. Passing wise, his crossing was a bit average, but I thought his short passing and long passing were both good enough for him to play in a striker role, and they were relatively good enough for him to play in a wide cam role as well. I wouldn't use him as a central cam, but I think he could do a job out wide. Dribbling wise, I've got no complaints. On the ball, this guy is absolutely fantastic. He feels agile and his balance is class. He controls the ball well, and he's just really fun to run with the ball with. Physically, the guy is pretty weak, and he does get knocked about quite a bit, so you've got to use his pace, you've got to use his dribbling to avoid defenders the best you can. Otherwise, this guy will be very easily knocked off the ball. Players like Van Dijk are this card's kryptonite, so avoid them if you can. I've got to mention this guy's stamina. It's not the best, and towards the end of the games he does tire quite a bit, so if you're going to be using him to be chasing down through balls a lot, towards the end of the game you are going to find this guy to be quite knackered. Overall though, I was really impressed with this card, and I keep saying it, but for this stage of the game, this card is absolutely perfect. That's one of the reasons he's quite expensive right now, because he's a sought after item, and rightly so, because this card is very, very effective in game. I'm going to give this card an 8.5 out of 10. Like I've said, that's a really good rating for this stage of the game, and if you can afford to try out this Lucas Moura card, I really do advise you do so. I've used a couple of Premier League strikers so far in Ultimate Team, and so far I would say that Lucas Moura is the best striker I've used. Admittedly, I haven't used players like Aubameyang, Son or Aguero yet. I haven't used any of like the proper high-rated Premier League strikers, but I've used a bunch of lower-rated ones, and thus far, this Lucas card is probably the best one that I have used. So guys, those are my thoughts on the 83 rated base Lucas Moura item in Ultimate Team. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please do leave a like rating on the video. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on this card. Also let me know which other players you want to see me do a video on. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.